What if I told you there are elephants so rare that most people will never see them in their lifetime? Some are forest shadows, others desert wanderers, and one species once roamed the frozen tundra. Today, we're uncovering the truth about the largest land animals on Earth and the surprising differences between their species that could change the way you see them forever. Elephants, the gentle giants of the animal kingdom, are more than just massive creatures with trunks and tusks. They are architects of the wild, shaping forests, grasslands, and even deserts. With unmatched intelligence, deep family bonds, and incredible memory, elephants have been revered in cultures across the globe for thousands of years. When most people think of elephants, they imagine a single animal. But in reality, elephants are divided into three living species: the African savanna elephant, the African forest elephant, and the Asian elephant. Each of them has evolved in different landscapes, adapted to unique challenges, and developed fascinating traits that make them unlike any other creature on Earth. The African savanna elephant is the largest of them all. It towers over other land animals, with males reaching up to 13 feet at the shoulder and weighing as much as 14,000 pounds. Their huge ears aren't just for show. They're natural air conditioners, filled with blood vessels that release heat in the blazing African sun. Savanna elephants live in vast herds, led by wise and experienced matriarchs who carry the memory of water holes, feeding grounds, and migration routes passed down through generations. Without these matriarchs, entire herds could be lost. Then, deep in the shadows of Central and West Africa, lives the African forest elephant. Smaller and more elusive, these elephants are rarely seen by humans. Their straighter tusks are perfectly designed for moving through dense forests, and their rounder ears distinguish them from their savanna cousins. They are sometimes called the gardeners of the forest, because as they wander, they swallow fruits whole and spread the seeds far and wide. Entire rainforests depend on them, and without forest elephants, many tree species would vanish. On the other side of the world lives the Asian elephant. Smaller than both African species, it has a distinctive domed head, smaller ears, and only some males grow large tusks. In India, Thailand, Sri Lanka, and beyond, these elephants are celebrated in myths, religion, and history. They've marched with kings, carried gods in festivals, and even worked alongside humans for thousands of years in logging and transport. Revered as symbols of wisdom, power, and luck, they remain deeply connected to human culture. But elephants are more than just species names and measurements. They are deeply emotional beings. Elephants are known to mourn their dead, often lingering near the bones of fallen family members, touching them with their trunks as if paying respect. Mothers are fiercely protective, and babies are cared for not just by their mothers, but by aunts and grandmothers in the herd. This social bond is so strong that if an elephant is separated from its family, it can become deeply stressed, even depressed. Their intelligence is legendary. Elephants have been observed using tools, stripping branches to swat flies, or digging holes in dry riverbeds to access hidden water. They remember water sources even after years, and some researchers believe they can even recognize themselves in mirrors, a rare trait shared with only a few animals on Earth. But perhaps one of the most fascinating things about elephants is how they communicate. While we hear trumpets and rumbles, much of their language is below the range of human hearing. These low-frequency sounds, known as infrasound, can travel miles across the savanna. An elephant miles away can sense a herd's movement, a warning of danger, or even a call to mate. In many ways, it's like they live in a hidden world of sound, carrying on conversations we'll never fully understand. Despite their size and strength, elephants face threats more dangerous than any predator. Poaching for ivory has devastated populations for centuries. In some regions, entire herds were wiped out in just decades. Even today, the illegal ivory trade continues to threaten their survival. Habitat loss is another challenge. Expanding farms, roads, and cities push elephants into smaller spaces, forcing them into conflict with humans. A hungry elephant can destroy a farmer's entire crop in one night. And in desperation, people sometimes retaliate with deadly force. It's a heartbreaking cycle where both elephants and humans suffer. Yet, even in the face of these challenges, elephants show a resilience that inspires us. In countries that protect them, their populations are beginning to recover. Sanctuaries and reserves offer them safe spaces, and in some places, communities have found ways to coexist peacefully. Ecotourism brings people from around the world to see elephants in their natural habitats, proving that a living elephant is far more valuable than ivory could ever be. And while today we know 3 living species, there was once another, the woolly mammoth. Covered in thick fur, with curved tusks stretching up to 15 feet long, mammoths roamed the icy tundras of the north during the Ice Age. Closely related to modern elephants, they survived alongside humans for thousands of years before vanishing about 4,000 years ago. Some scientists are even exploring the possibility of bringing them back through genetic engineering, using frozen DNA and the Asian elephant as a surrogate. If successful, it would be like stepping into a time machine, seeing an elephant of the Ice Age walk the earth again. Elephants have always held a special place in human imagination. In Africa, they are symbols of strength and endurance. In Asia, they are sacred, representing wisdom, loyalty, and divinity. In Western culture, they inspire awe, reminding us of nature's power and fragility. Across myths and legends, from Hindu gods riding elephants to stories of great white elephants in Southeast Asia, these animals have shaped our stories just as much as they've shaped our landscapes. But perhaps the most powerful lesson elephants teach us is about family and memory. Their lives remind us that the past is never truly forgotten, that bonds of love and loyalty can endure across time and distance, and that strength is not only measured in size, but in the ability to nurture, protect, and remember. So the next time you see an elephant, whether in the wild, in a sanctuary, or even in a picture, remember that you're looking at one of the most extraordinary creatures on our planet. They are living links to the Ice Age, guardians of ecosystems, symbols of cultures, and beings of astonishing intelligence. And above all, they are reminders of how deeply connected all life on Earth truly is. If you love learning about the wild and want to uncover the secrets of the animal kingdom, make sure to subscribe to Wildcure and hit the bell icon, because every creature has a story, and here we tell them all.